Hey, what are you listening to? You are what you listen to. Your playing is comprised of the ideas and vocabulary that you are consuming every day. If you want to be a jazz drummer, you have to listen to some jazz and absorb what makes jazz sound like jazz. It's a language, a vocabulary. It's a dialect. You probably need to immerse yourself in whatever style of music that you're trying to learn. You need to incorporate into your playing the vocabulary and the language of whatever style it is that you're learning. If you want to learn to speak German, the best way to do that is to move to Germany and immerse yourself in the native language and the culture in Germany. Same thing with Japan. If you're learning Japanese, you'd move to Japan. So, same thing with country music. If you want to learn how to play country music, you need to immerse yourself in that style and learn how country music sounds. Sure, there's trends and there's multiple decades worth of studying. And sure, the music has changed over the years, but you still need to do the work. You still need to immerse yourself in that style, whether it's old country, 90s country, or contemporary country. And that's true for reggae, that's true for jazz, that's true for Latin music, Brazilian music. If I wanted to learn how to play a real, traditional, authentic samba, where would you go? Where would I go? I would go to Brazil. That's where I'd go, because that's where they do it best. That's where it was invented. Now you can take jazz music and you can say, jazz music has no country, has no home base, but you have to immerse yourself in the music. You have to start somewhere and learn what makes jazz sound like jazz. If you're a drummer, how do you tune your drums? Are they high? Are they low? What do the cymbals sound like? How do I play fast tempos? How do I play soft dynamics? How do I play brushes? How do I play a ballad? How do I learn form? How do I learn how to solo over a form? These are all things that make up a jazz drummer. I've been listening to a lot of 90s country, yacht rock, prog rock, a lot of Miles Davis music, and a lot of jazz fusion. These are styles and types of music that I perform often. And I want to incorporate these styles into my playing the best and most authentic way I know how. So I listen to these styles often and on a rotation. Sure, I'll go through phases where I'll listen to a lot of Miles Davis music, especially if I have a show coming up where I'm performing in my Milestones band, or if I have a country covers gig coming up and I know I'm going to have to play a lot of 90s country, or if I'm playing with a 90s country artist like I have before. I listen to a lot of 90s country music to understand the style, the drumming, how the drums sound, how they're tuned, how they're being played. Are they being played loud, aggressively? How is the snare drum tuned? Do the cymbals sound large? Are they large crash cymbals? Are they small crash cymbals? Is there a splash cymbal? Maybe there isn't. Maybe there's two. How many toms do they have? Is there many tom voices? A 10, a 12, a 14, a 16? Or maybe there's only a 13 and a 16. These are all things to think about when you're actively listening to the music. So you got to ask yourself, what do I want to sound like on any instrument? And then you got to ask yourself something else. Am I immersing myself into this music? Or am I even exposing myself to the music at all? I have drummers that come up to me and they tell me, I want to learn how to play jazz. I want to incorporate some jazz styles into my playing. And then I'll ask them, do you listen to any jazz? Well, no, I don't know where to start. Well, that's your first problem. Just start. Find somewhere to start. It doesn't have to be at the beginning. You don't have to start in the 1920s. Start with anything that resonates with you, and you can move on from there. That's it for today's video. Just wanted to ask you some questions about that and see if any of this resonates with you. So, like and subscribe. Comment below. Let me know what you think. See you next time. Brian Zach signing off.